Hello, friends. It's Jackie Van Workham here. I ask God a lot, like, how is it that you chose me to be a vessel to walk through grief myself and then to try to help everybody else climb their mountain together? Just for starters, by coming on this video right now and saying the word Happy New Year to you. How difficult is that already for a lot of us, right? But the reality is that, it's a new year and the clock's going to keep ticking and life is just going to keep happening. And here we are with this horrific event that has taken place in our life. I want to say that I'm sitting here and I want to say that I've got unopened Christmas cards yet. I'm still having a hard time throwing away this gingerbread house that I made with my grandsons when they were here before Christmas, and then to send them home during the Christmas holiday. Christmas was very different, but yet I kept saying, the enemy is not going to steal my joy. And I had to fight for it. And I'm sure you had to fight for it. Today, I want to talk to you about a lot of G words, and we're going to start with God. God has always been present. He's never going to change. He's always going to be the same. So as long as we keep our eyes focused on Him, even though we're going to question Him, we've got to keep our eyes on Him. We have the ability to do one of two things, my friends. That is to be a victim or to be a victor and have victory over this horrific landslide that we always talk about. And again, my honor is to come into your lives to be able to help you to want to keep climbing and pull you. And yet at the same time, when you guys leave me comments, it helps me to get along too. And don't think I don't have bad days. I have them a lot. Just like when I was sharing about the gingerbread house, and there's many, many triggers that I've experienced. And then I want to talk to you about the word grieving. And not that I want to just cut God off short, because He's so amazing and there's so much I could talk about Him all day, right? Our counselor, our comforter, all those things. But then the other G word is grieving, and that's what we are. We're grieving, and we'll probably be grieving for the rest of our lives. And that doesn't mean it's going to be depressing and down every single day, but it's not something that just goes away. It's just always there. And then talk about our gifts. Now, there's one thing that I know, that through this incredibly, again, horrific situation I have known, and that I'm so thankful for, is that some years back, I went through my church, a Saddleback Church, and I went through all their classes and discovered my spiritual gifts. And it was always working with women, ironically. So I did that in the mountain biking world. I led a group of women called the Trail Angels, and it's still in existence. And it was such an honor to be a part of that group. And it wasn't, as you've heard the expression about the bike, it was really about our fun time together, to let go of all of our roles as mom and wife and employee and employer, and just be a little girl for a couple of hours. But had I not discovered what my gifts were, because pretty sure I mentioned to you in a couple of videos that what we do is we are a mom. Again, we are a wife, potentially. We are an employee. We are many things. That's what we do. But who we are is not here to be, yes, we're here to be a mom, of course, and a grieving mom, unfortunately, at that. But what God has designed us to do, what is that thing that gets us up out of bed, right? Every day is what our mission statement is in life. And I have developed my mission statement a few years back. And that, when my kids moved out, my three boys have moved out, I'm not doing my role so much as a mom anymore. Now I'm like, a lot of women go, what do I do now? But I tapped into what my gifts were that God gave me, right? And I went back to that. I've always liked to write. I've always liked to speak. And that may not be your thing, and that's okay. There's so many gifts that are out there. We need them all, right, to make the world go round. But had I not discovered that, and it's not too late, just so you know, God has got the plan. I've said in the videos prior to this, don't let go of your dreams just because of the grief. Your son, your daughter, they want you to keep going. They want you to live out this mission that you have here on earth. And again, I feel so honored, but yet if I had a choice, I would not be raising my hand. I love you all, but to say, I want to lose my son so that I could come into your home and be an inspiration. And that's hopefully what I'm being to you, as an inspiration, because I miss my son. I miss him a lot. And I would do anything to have him back, anything to have him back. But he's not here. And so, again, I can be a victim or I can be a victor. And then lastly is that word goals. And I even hesitated to bring that word up because it's January and we talk about, New Year's resolutions and all that. And I've never been one to like that because I don't want to set myself up for failure. But if you've got your mission statement, it's something that you're going to continually do all your life. And again, if you haven't found what that is, you can still tap into it. It's in this Proverbs 19:21, it was, she knew that many were the plans in her heart, but that God's plans would prevail. We all have plans to do certain things. And again, this was not our plan. And this was not God's plan to have us to lose our child. I could go on forever about that. But we have many plans, and some of your plans and your goals may be just to get out of bed today, because this landslide may have just happened, I don't know, yesterday, last week, this last 3 months, last 6 months. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you're having to go through this. But what I will tell you is that you are in the frozen phase, and that your goal, of course, as I said, may be just to get out of bed. But there is only a choice every day that you can make, and that is to put one foot in front of the other and not be isolated by yourself. Be insulated in the warmth of God's comfort and love, and then become a part of a group, a support group, such as the Grieving Moms Finding Hope group. And that's what I do. I hope it's for you. It may be that you find something else, and that's okay too. But I'm doing what I feel God has called me to do, and that is to invite you in to link arms together as moms. I've seen it. I've seen it happen in our group, to where I get moms smiling and laughing after they've shared their story, and with tears coming down their face, they've still shared their story, but they keep going, because we can't do this alone. We've got to have God in the middle of our grieving. We have to focus on our gifts, and we have to have goals. So friends, make it your goal to get connected with other moms this year, January 2018. You don't have to do this alone. We all get one another. We all understand this language that we share about how it feels. No one understands what that feels like unless they've lost a child, unfortunately. Fortunately. I love you guys, and I am going to just encourage you. That's all I can do. I can't make you, but it is up to you as to how you want to respond to this. You can go on the grievingmoms.com website, go under groups, click on groups, and then you can either join an online group, you can start one in your home, you can ask us to become a host. We're needing hosts to be able to start these groups because, of course, we can't do it all here. But you deserve this. You don't deserve to be sitting and your tears and sobbing every single day. You can actually laugh, believe it or not. It's coming on 2 years that we have lost our son, Randy. And I'm telling you, the greatest gift that you can give yourself is to extend your hand out and share your story when you can, you will, as Kay Warren always says, and to give them that hope and inspiration. Just keep passing it on. Have a great rest of your day.